Hello, everyone. This is a walkthrough of the syllabus. I know this is tons of fun and so exciting, but please put up with this one video walking through the syllabus just to make sure we are all on the same page. All right, so this is Education 2220 Instructional Psychology. I will be your host for this awesome semester together, Karen Ladendorf. Dr. Ladendorf, Karen, it's not, whatever. Just not Dr. Karen, please. But please reach out to me if you need me. Cell phone is preferred. That is my cell phone number. It is a Google Voice, so if you call it's going to say, hey, what's your name? If you text me, I will get back to you as quickly as I can. That's my office line. I'm in and out of my office. My cell phone is probably the best, and email is always phenomenal. Or if you are messaging in Blackboard as well. These are my quote-unquote official office hours. So officially, I'm on off-campus virtual Mondays. I'm on campus all day Tuesdays and Thursdays with classes. Wednesdays are my open days for office hours. However, because I say these are official, there is a calendar link in Blackboard under Introduction. Please use that to schedule a time with me. And I have many more available if you need me, either in person or virtual. And if you're like, Karen, none of your times work, we can work something out where we can meet up in the evening as well. Please just let me know. This is asynchronous. We have no actual meetings. If we ever do need to meet, or sometimes I'll do like a virtual drop-in asking questions. You'll see a Zoom link pop up for that in Blackboard. Please sign up for the Remind app. I don't text you a whole lot, but I will by the end of the course, just to make sure, like, hey, don't forget, this is due this day. Hey, don't forget. And I can be the awesome nagging mom I am and nag anybody that has not gotten work in. Everything has to be due by Friday, May 23rd. That is the last day of the course. All right, course description. We will be introducing psychological principles underlying educational practice with an emphasis on application for instruction and assessment. Learner-centered instruction and diversity will also be discussed. We are looking at how the brain learns, how we learn, all the different theories about learning in general, how we develop over time, how the brain develops, and what impact that has on the classroom, and how all the different instructional practices we could potentially do in the classroom with our students. Prerequisite 1100. If you have not taken intro, please reach out to me. Course book. There is a textbook. Do not buy the textbook. Do not buy it. Just look online. You'll see in each of the modules. You'll see it. Don't worry. Don't buy it. I have everything up in Blackboard. The entire course is live and ready to go, so you are welcome to work through it at your own pace. I will talk about pacing in just a few moments, though, or at the end of this syllabus, but everything is up and ready. Just again, I'm going to reiterate, do not buy the textbook. Don't buy it. Don't. There you go. Course objectives. Woo! We're doing a bunch of stuff. We're going to look at wide variety of student diversity. We're going to describe how students bring that with their diversity and their vast different backgrounds, how they can learn, how different people learn, how we problem solve, how we think critically, how we develop over time, how our teaching is influenced by the developmental level of our students. We're going to look at theories and philosophies of learning and development and compare them to things that we are actually expected to do in the classroom. For example, here are learning standards. Are these actually appropriate? Do we think they are? They might be, they might not. How we are evaluated as teachers. If you've taken an intro class with me or 1101 school procedures, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, it's Danielson again, Karen. And I'll be like, yes, but we have to talk about it and say, is it do they align? We're going to look at a lot of learning standards, different groups, how we are influenced by groups, what classroom management can be like, all based back on instruction and on how the brain develops and how we develop as people, and different age levels. So do read through the course objectives and the topic outline. I don't want to bog you down with this, but I will tell you, we look at some of the classic, quote unquote, classic philosophers and psychological theories, but then it is, how does this actually come to life in the classroom? What else can we do in the classroom with this? Weekly participation. Everything is built into a website called Formative. Completing that counts as your weekly participation. All my lectures are built in there along with activities. You are going to do some interacting with your classmates through Padlet. So everything you do in the course, it's going to count not just to your final grade, but for you and your own learning and your classmates' learning. So please, the more you participate, the more you're going to get out of the course. Communication. I do post everything in Blackboard, and I will also send out remind texts, especially closer to the end of the course, and your COD email. So check Blackboard, check your COD email regularly. Make sure you sign up for remind group text, and you are always welcome to text me. You don't need to go through remind to text me, but do sign up for that to get a group text, and if you ever need me, text, but be on the lookout for updates and weekly updates in Blackboard. Email. Use your COD email. If I'm going to email you, I'm going to email to your COD email. If you need to email me, you're going to email my COD email. So please check that out. Standard of conduct. We don't really need to worry about silencing your phones. I don't care if your phone is on, because I don't care. If we're not together. And if you choose to eat and drink or whatever, have fun with that. Religious observance, because we're an asynchronous course and you can work at your own pace throughout the entire course. I have suggested due dates, but if something comes up where you're like, Karen, I'm going to be like, just so you know, I'm going to be MIA for about 2 weeks. Just give me a heads up. No worries, nothing big, nothing like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be behind. Just let me know. Or if there's something else that comes up, just let me know. Which leads right into due dates and resubmissions. Here's the deal with me. If you've ever taken a class with me, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know this. All of my due dates are suggested. You're going to see due dates down below. You'll see due dates in Blackboard. They are all suggested due dates. I count everything in the course for full credit up until the very last day. So if you're like, oh man, I missed that assignment, it was due on Friday and I didn't get to it, that's okay. You can still work on it. You can still submit it for a full credit grade all the way up until the very last day of the course. My due dates are really there to help you organize yourself and stay on time. But if you want to work through the entire class in like a 3-week period, have at it. I've had people do that. I've also had people say, no, I'm going to work on it a little bit every week. Totally up to you. I don't care how you do it. It's up to you. But so you know, please, please, please don't panic and be like, oh, I forgot that assignment. Oh, dang, well, I guess I can't do it. Yes, you still can. You can submit anything you need all the way up to the bitter end. There is a resubmit Google form. That is only if you submit an assignment and you're not happy with the grade and you're like, I want to redo this. Awesome. You can redo an assignment for full credit all the way up again until the very end of the course. And that I just do ask to fill out the resubmission form in Blackboard, only because that will tell me exactly what I'm looking at that you changed. That's it. But if you are behind, the suggested due dates, you don't need to fill out a form. You don't need to tell me, oh, I'm going to be late, I need an extension. No, everything is on a rolling basis in this course. So just get the work in, and the final date to get the work in is Friday, May 23rd. So I don't care if you do it all. If you do it week by week, I will be checking in. If I don't hear from you by mid-March, when I have to do roster verification, I'm going to be like, hi, just tell me, are you staying in the course or not? If I don't hear from you, I'll drop. But I don't want to drop you if it means that if you're like, yes, I'm in the course, I'm just going to be doing it later. Awesome. Just let me know. Last day to drop the course is Saturday, April 26th. Let me know if you're thinking about dropping it, though, because if it's something like scheduling or anything, we can always work that out together. Incompletes. If you need to do an incomplete, my request is that you have at least 3 learning modules done for an incomplete. I don't say you have to be not failing or anything, but you need at least 3 learning modules completed so we could do an incomplete, and then we will come up with a signed agreement about when everything is due. I absolutely understand, emergencies happen, illness, hospitalization, something happens, life happens. Let me know, but you need to have at least 3 learning modules done. Academic integrity, please don't cheat. COVID, again, we are asynchronous, so there's no reason to bring COVID into to me, please. So if you are sick though with COVID, we still have a accommodations option through Access and Accommodations, and that's not just for this course, that's for all courses. So if you need something, if you do get sick and you need that extended time, please let Access and Accommodations know. Speaking of Access and Accommodations, if you have an accommodations letter from Access and Accommodations office, please forward that to me. Like I said, I'm a very flexible person in general. I have flexible due dates for everybody. I have materials posted in multiple different formats. So whatever you need, whatever works for you, that's, if there's something beyond what I've provided that you need that's in your letter, just let me know. And if you're like, Karen, there's actually something that I need and it's not in my letter, let me know. My job is to be here to help and support you, not to torture you. We have no math in this class. Whoop, whoop. But if you are in a math class, please see the Learning Commons. They have a math assistance area. It is phenomenal. So if you are in math, go for it there. Tutoring services, again, I haven't had a lot of students need it for this class, but if you do need it for other courses, please, again, check out the Learning Commons. One area where you might, and I do, stress the word might need it for this course is reading, writing, or speech. In our final project, it is up to you how you want to present that information. Some people want to write a paper. Some people want to do a formal presentation. Some people want to make a movie. I don't care. But if you are like, I really want to write a paper, or I really want to do a formal presentation, but I want some assistance that's not Karen staring at me, then please reach out to the Learning Commons, not just for this course, but for all courses. They can absolutely assist with that. Starfish and Navigators, this is if you need any assistance, especially with any challenges or any just struggles that you might be having. The Navigator and Starfish are right there to assist. Title IX, responsibilities, this really hasn't changed. This is something that you're going to see a few different professors add to their syllabi. I just want you to know, there are resources, whether it be for you or anybody you might know, whether it be in your own family, group of friends, whatever it might be. But these are all just resources, just so you know that you have access to these. If you or anyone you know has to interact with ICE or immigration, different intercultural initiatives we have here, counseling services. If you need someone to assist you, please check out counseling. Our counselors are phenomenal. Funding and financial aid, especially emergency financial aid funding, food pantry and our fuel pantry. Please, if you needs resources or know anyone here that needs resources, send them that way. And again, resources for anybody that is homeless or at risk, whether it be you or someone you know. Please, these resources are here for everybody. AI, it is a growing area. You gotta love AI. Here's my thing. I am not anti-AI. I'm actually very pro-AI, with a caveat. I absolutely understand that it's out there and we want to use it, but we want to use it appropriately. Some ways that you can use it: if you want to create a lesson plan and then edit it, if you want assistance with brainstorming ideas, assistance with your writing, with formatting, with citation, creating an activity, and then you edit it from there. That is absolutely fine, and I love that. Please don't use AI to just say, ChatGPT, write a lesson plan for me, copy, paste it over. You want to read through it. You want to edit. You want to make it yours. I use AI for my lessons. I use AI for rubrics. It gives me an awesome starting point. But use it. Whatever is created, though, make it your own. Edit it up. Change it up. Put your own spin on it, because in the end, AI is just a computer. You are the human with the human touch. Give it the human touch. Written work, most of our stuff is using, a specific template. Please, just, complete sentences, nice paragraphs, punctuation, spelling. Not that, I'm perfect. I definitely am not. And every now and then, often, I get told, hey, you have some typos in there. And I laugh and go, yeah, I do. So just, do what I need to do more of and just read and revise your writing. I'm not going to be taking off like, this should have been a semicolon. I don't do that. But please know that just use our templates that are up in Blackboard for each of the assignments, and just put your best effort in. All assignments, just so you know, I always say that they're due on a Sunday at like 11:59 p.m. Again, that you'll see in just a second that these are suggested due dates. So I grade on Mondays, all of my online classes. So let's say you turn something in Wednesday, you probably won't see a grade for it until the Monday after. Let's say you turn something in like a couple weeks past the suggested due date. That's fine. You still won't see it graded until Monday after. And that's just easier for me because I know my Mondays are my grading days. If that grading day gets bumped around, I'll let you know. But don't be like, oh my God, she hasn't graded this. No, I will. I pick one day in the week to be like, this is my online class grading day. And my in-person grading day is on Friday. So it's a little easier for me to manage my classes. So your grades, we're going to be kind of divided up this way. There is a Theorist in Theory project. That's your final project. That's worth 160. The topic formatives, you could see like this is where the bulk of it is, and you're going to be like, oh my God, that's a lot of points, Karen. But it's all little things in each of the learning modules, and it all adds up. So honestly, if you do this, you'll get everything. You'll be fine. There are a couple different assignments that are not part of the topic formatives. They're built into the topics. There's just a little bit there. And then Padlet responses. Those are our discussions. Very small there. So honestly, if you do this part, you'll that's like 90% of the course. So if anything changes, I'll let you know. And here is our tentative schedule. So, which goes with the dates. So these are all suggested due dates. So for example, this first week, if you're following my suggestion on topics to tackle, I would say do the course introduction and then the introduction to instructional psychology. and these assignments for that week. For the week of the 3rd, neuroscience theories and the assignments that go with that. Same thing with the 10th, these 2 learning modules, developmental theories and social development theories, and that. You don't have to follow my suggested timeline. Again, these due dates are suggested. They are what is in Blackboard. Again, that it helps me. It helps you stay on track. It helps me know, oh, this is where I suggested everyone be. If you turn something in like from the end, like in April, and you turn it in May or March 3rd, cool, I'll still grade it early. I don't care. If you turn it in late, cool, I'll still grade it. I don't care. But just know I don't mark anything late, and I won't put zeros in until April 28th. And I do that for a reason. So I'm going to scrooge way down here. And we're looking all the way down to April 28th. By then, we only have 1, 2, 3, like a month of class left. So because of that, my thought process is if I don't put any zeros in until then, until that April 28th mark, because A, I'm giving you that flexibility. And B, when you see that 0, it doesn't mean, whoa, I can't make it up. Absolutely, you can still make it up. You can still turn it in for full credit all the way up until the very bitter end of the course. But I just want you to be aware that if you don't turn it in, this is what your assignment will be. Or what your grade will be. And I won't do zeros on anything that's we haven't covered yet. I only do it on stuff that has already been covered. Or, if you're following this outline. So please note, you're not going to see any zeros for any missing assignments until the end of the course. That way you can see, oh, if I don't do that, this is what my grade's going to be. And if that's what you want, that's perfectly fine. I just want you to be aware. That way it's not, look, I'm doing perfectly fine. I'm getting an A, even though I have like 12 missing assignments, and all of a sudden I get to the end of the course and be like, never mind, you failed. I'd hate to do that to you. So, please know there will be zeros put in for missing assignments, but not till the end. And just because it's 0 doesn't mean, oh no, I'm out of luck. You are still welcome to turn it in for full credit up until the bitter end. And then the tentative course schedule, like I said, these are all suggested. It's my suggested pairing and pacing. Some people really, really like that. Some people are like, hey, Karen, I'm just going to give you a heads up. I'm doing all my work from the week before spring break till the week after. So you're not going to see anything from me until then. Okay. That's perfectly fine. You can do that if you would like. Some people are like, no, I'm going to do it a little bit every week. I like that process. Perfectly fine by me, whatever works for you. But again, you'll see, like, here's my suggested topics, learning modules for the week. I do put in what chapters align with that. And again, you'll see these chapters listed in the learning modules. So don't worry about book. And then any assignments. And you'll see a lot of it is just, here's a formative. Here's a formative. Here's a formative. And it's because it's all built right into, all the assignments are built into formative with my lectures. So I'm really excited for this course. It is definitely fun. It can be a little heavy in topics sometimes just because it is. Some of it, it's like, oh, it's brain theory. Oh, it's this theory. I totally understand. So I do try to make it slightly more entertaining and a little more like, hey, here's some fun stuff. Especially by the time we get further down into like inquiry learning, where we're talking like constructivism. I love this one. You might see even like in behaviorism, I pull in some fun videos just to be like, hey, what do you think of this? Just to like break up the monotony of read and learn. And so I try to make it entertaining for you. I'm very excited. Please reach out if you have any questions, any concerns, or you need anything as the course goes on. I'm really excited, and I hope, I look forward to interacting with you online.